Did you know that James Charles once had over 25 million subscribers, or that Logan Paul was one of YouTube's biggest earners before a single video turned his career upside down? In the world of influencers, fame can vanish as quickly as it appears, leaving fans shocked and betrayed. What happens when the internet's most beloved stars become the villains of their own stories? Let's start with James Charles.
James Charles, I hate you, you're so loud and my ears hurt. Just kidding, you're the best, I love watching your videos.
If you've spent any time on YouTube, you probably know the name James Charles. His journey into the spotlight began in 2016 when he became the first male ambassador for CoverGirl at just 17 years old. His creativity, confidence, and undeniable talent in makeup artistry captivated millions. He was the guy who could transform his face into a canvas for mind-blowing looks, and people couldn't get enough. James didn't stop at CoverGirl. He collaborated with huge brands, launched his own makeup line, and worked with other beauty icons, solidifying his position in the industry. At one point, it felt like every makeup enthusiast wanted to be him, or at least have his skills. But fame isn't always smooth sailing. James found himself at the center of serious allegations in 2021 when accusations emerged that he had been sending inappropriate messages to minors. Screenshots and testimonies began circulating online, leading to a wave of public outrage. People who once adored him felt betrayed. James addressed the allegations in a video, admitting to be careless but denying any malicious intent. Still, the damage was done. YouTube temporarily demonetized his channel and he lost partnerships with big brands, including Morphe, a cosmetics giant. If you thought that was bad, wait until you see what happened with Logan Paul.
A passive-aggressive jab at the end.
You remind me of Elon Musk, like a much less successful, bigger headed.
Yeah. Logan Paul is one of those names you either love or hate. Back in the early days, Logan was a YouTube superstar. His energetic vlogs, wild stunts, and comedic sketches attracted millions of subscribers. He seemed like the golden boy of the platform, with his maverick brand encouraging fans to embrace individuality and take risks. But Logan's world came crashing down in January 2018 when he uploaded a video from Japan's Aokigahara forest, also known as the Suicide Forest. In the video, Logan and his crew stumbled upon the body of a man who had taken his own life. Instead of turning off the camera and reporting the incident, Logan chose to film the body, complete with commentary and jokes. When the video was uploaded, the backlash was immediate and overwhelming. People were horrified. Social media erupted with anger, accusing Logan of being insensitive and disrespectful. Celebrities, mental health advocates, and even his own fans called him out. YouTube removed Logan from its Google Preferred program, which had been a significant source of income for him, and temporarily suspended ads on his channel. In response, Logan posted an apology video and took a break from vlogging. When he returned, he attempted to pivot his content, focusing on redemption and personal growth. He made a documentary exploring suicide prevention and eventually moved into the world of boxing, earning respect for his matches with KSI and Floyd Mayweather. While Logan had worked hard to rebuild his image, the Aokigahara incident remains a dark chapter in his career, a reminder of how quickly poor judgment can lead to public outrage. But was it as bad as what happened with Tana?
Thousands of fans were left agitated after attending an event meant for them to meet their favorite online influencers.
It was really hot. There were some people that just looked like they were about to pass out.
She rose to fame with her raw, unfiltered storytime videos, where she shared wild tales from her life. Fans loved her honesty and the way she seemed to say exactly what she was thinking, no matter how messy it sounded. But Tana's most infamous moment came in 2018 with TanaCon, an event she organized as a response to being snubbed by VidCon, the industry's biggest influencer convention. She promised fans an experience better than VidCon, complete with celebrity guests and exclusive panels. What could go wrong? Well, everything. TanaCon was a disaster. Thousands of fans showed up to a venue that could barely hold half the crowd. Lines stretched for hours under the scorching sun, with many attendees left dehydrated and sunburned. Inside, the promised luxury gift bags turned out to be laughably underwhelming. Fans and creators alike labeled it a scam, and the internet had a field day comparing it to Fyre Festival. Now, who remembers fousey?
I'm in VidCon right now, and it was exactly like how I anticipated it to be. A bunch of people who don't know who the hell I am. I wish you guys were here, man. Why don't none of you guys come to these things?
His prank videos and social experiments brought in millions of views, making him one of the platform's biggest stars. He had a unique way of blending humor with heartfelt messages, earning him a devoted fanbase. But fousey's rise came with its share of cracks. Over time, fans began questioning the authenticity of his content. Many of his pranks were exposed as staged, and people started to lose trust in him. Then came the infamous July 15 event in 2018, where fousey claimed he was organizing a massive concert featuring Drake. The event turned out to be chaotic and underwhelming, with no Drake in sight. It became a symbol of fousey's over-the-top promises and inability to deliver. Fousey's mental health struggles also played out publicly, with erratic live streams and emotional breakdowns that left fans concerned. He has been open about his battles with bipolar disorder, which gave context to some of his actions but didn't excuse the damage done to his reputation, which brings us to Jack Doherty.
It's funny how the people who have the least to show for themselves are always the first to comment on I'll be doing. Like, dog, focus on yourself before you start critiquing anything I do.
Jack Doherty burst into the YouTube scene at just 13 years old. His early videos were full of youthful energy, flipping water bottles, performing wild stunts, and pulling off light-hearted pranks. Jack quickly gained a loyal following of viewers who loved his fearlessness and ability to make anything entertaining. He was that kid who didn't seem to have a care in the world, and his confidence was magnetic. As Jack grew older, so did the intensity of his content. While many enjoyed watching his antics, some began to question whether his stunts were going too far. One of the most controversial moments in his career came with allegations of a cryptocurrency pump and dump scheme. Essentially, Jack was accused of promoting a cryptocurrency to his audience, driving up its value and then selling his stake for a profit, leaving his fans with worthless investments. For an influencer who built his brand on being relatable and fun, this felt like a betrayal to many of his followers. And that wasn't all. During one of his live streams, Jack found himself in hot water after a physical altercation with a security guard at a mall. While some of his fans chalked it up to his adventurous nature, others saw it as a sign that he was willing to push boundaries for views, even if it meant crossing ethical lines. And we saved the best for last. Wyatt.
And then I had 4 guys jump out the car and say, "I'm gonna beat the f*** of you," and all that stuff.
Minutes later, police arrive, and they talk to Joe, but Icy's already fled the scene.
Wyatt's rise to fame is a classic influencer success story. He started out by sharing glimpses of his life on platforms like TikTok and Instagram, quickly capturing attention with his charisma and creative content. Wyatt had that elusive it factor, a natural ability to connect with his audience in a way that felt genuine. Before long, he had a growing fanbase and opportunities knocking on his door. But as Wyatt's star rose, so did the scrutiny. One of the first major controversies he faced involved a series of offensive remarks he made during a livestream. Fans who had supported him for his positivity and relatability were shocked, and the backlash was swift. Wyatt apologized, but the damage had already been done. Social media erupted with calls to hold him accountable, and some of his most loyal followers began to question their support. Another incident involved accusations of exploiting his platform for personal gain. Wyatt was accused of using his influence to manipulate younger fans into supporting his endeavors, which led to even more criticism. While Wyatt denied any malicious intent, the perception of him as someone who prioritized fame over integrity began to stick. So, what are your thoughts on these hated influencers? Let us know in the comments below.